Okay, so Vera,
Thank you, Pastor Chike, for helping us sort all the things. I saw you in the background, behind the scenes.
It's not moving together.
What's happening? Is Facebook going live for me? What's this? What is it?
Thank you, Pastor Chike, for helping us sort all. I saw you in the background.
So this is not going. So what does this mean?
It's going to start apparently.
It's going to start. It's going to start when? I want to pressing live since. Instagram guys, oh sorry, just a minute. We just want the Facebook guys to catch up, Jerry. 24 elders, how are you? It's been a while. You don't check up on me. 24 elders, you don't know from time to time. You just check up on me and say hello. Kai, my daughter, you have left to London now. I won't hear from you again. This is how men are. Men, you can't trust men. When he came here to Nigeria to my daughter, I was doing like it was a like all of us. But now, guide away now. I don't hear from you again. 24 elders. Check on me. Send me a message. Check on, make sure I'm fine. So as I was saying, Jerry, we're going to bring up a sexologist. She married as a virgin, so she was naive, and she had her own journey. She faced some of the normal journeys of marrying as a virgin. And some people still see marrying as a virgin as a problem. It's not a problem. You will learn. You will go through your learning curve like any person. The difference is that you're going to learn with the person you're married to, and it's going to just be a beautiful journey. And am I live on Facebook? I'm seeing people write something. Facebook, am I live on Facebook? Yes, I'm seeing people behind saying things.
Some people see mine as a problem. It's not a problem.
You
will learn. You will go through your learning curve.
Facebook, am I? Okay. Facebook, if you can see me, say you can see me, you can hear me. I didn't know if I was live on Facebook.
Facebook is faster.
Facebook, am I live?
Facebook, can you see me and hear me?
Instagram is slow.
Oh, so is this
Facebook and YouTube?
So Facebook, is there anybody on Facebook that can see me? If you're on Facebook, tell me you're on Facebook.
Facebook, if you can see me.
YouTube, I believe the YouTube is Wholesome Sexuality YouTube.
Facebook, can you see me and hear me?
Is there any Facebook person here? Wow, you guys really today.
So Facebook, anybody on Facebook that can see me? If you're on Facebook, tell me if you're on Facebook.
Some people did now, they're not happy.
Yeah.
YouTube, I believe the YouTube is Wholesome Sexuality.
All right, guys. So we really have to start. So I can't take too much time in this thing they're doing. So all the people I'm seeing here, you're all on YouTube. Yeah, this is YouTube from what I'm seeing. So I'm trying to wait for the Facebook guys. What's happening?
All right, guys. So we really have to start. So I can't take too much time.
Wow. All right, guys, we have to start. I can't wait for these people. We have to start, guys. So Vera, have you sent me a request? On Wholesome Sexuality.
So all the people I'm seeing here, you're all on YouTube. Yeah.
Vera, have you sent a request on
Facebook, guys?
Wholesome Sexuality?
No, sir.
Vera, can you hear me?
I can hear you, sir. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I can hear you. Did you send a request on Wholesome Sexuality?
No, sir. This one is faster than the Instagram one.
Vera, have you sent me a request? Wholesome Sexuality. I can't find you. Vera, have you sent a request on?
You still have to send me a request on Instagram, Vera.
Wholesome Sexuality.
Okay.
Vera, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
I can hear you, sir. Yes, I can hear you. Did you send a request on Wholesome Sexuality?
Please go and follow Wholesome Sexuality, guys. If you have not followed on Instagram, go follow the page. On the page to hit 35,000 today. All right, so we're going to bring her on now.
She really has to send me a request on Instagram. Okay. Yes.
Good
All
evening,
right.
sir.
How are you doing?
Fine, thank you, sir.
Okay. Finally, we're able to get this started. We're able to get this started. Okay, so I don't even know where we're going to start from. But how are you? How have you been today?
I've been fine so far. A bit nervous, but I'm fine, thank you.
You said that you've had family members and co reach out to you and all that. Tell me your friends. Tell me how did that happen?
I've had people ask, are you sure? Is this what you want to be doing now? So the question of, are you sure? Is this what you want to do now? Can you do this?
So yeah, go ahead.
So the question comes more like, people are helping me to be afraid of coming out there.
Yeah.
So basically, people are afraid on my behalf.
And you see, those are
what people say.
Yeah, and those are part of the things we want to even deal with, because a lot of people still see sex as a dirty thing. I don't know. A lot of people see sex as something unholy. They don't understand that it's actually a beautiful thing. It's a good thing. It's just because Satan has bastardized it. It has always been associated with with evil. Maybe that's where we should start from. Why do people even see sex as something to shy away from? Everybody's interested in it, but they're just shy about it. They don't want to talk about it publicly. But most people's minds are curious about it. Even young children are watching it, are investigating about it. We're all curious. So, as a sexologist now, even though we'll go back to your background, but I just want us to jump in from here. What is wrong? Why are people, negative, and why do they see sex from a dirty point of view?
Okay, I think it's from the narrative we're given, from parents, from culture, from religion, right? We were told, don't do this. It's not good. You shouldn't have sex. It's not good. Nobody really came out and said why we should not do it. They addressed us from a place of making us afraid. Right? They felt if you are afraid of this thing, you would not go into it. Right? Forgetting that we are curious. Humans are curious. So the more you're saying don't do it, people are going out to find out, why are we not supposed to do this thing? Right? So religion also, people don't get to study the Bible for themselves. People don't even know that sex is in the Bible. People don't even know that it's God that created sex. Some people think that it was after the fall of man.
Yeah.
That sex came up, So sex is a sin. So as a born again, as a Christian, shouldn't mention it. Don't talk about it. Nobody should hear it in your mouth. But people are having children every day. It's not an immaculate conception, neither is it by laying of hands. They're having sex. They're just not correcting and changing the narrative.
I'm telling you, somebody said that the GO is having sex. If he has children, then he's having sex. Somebody said
he's having sex. A lot of it. A lot of it.
He didn't transfer the children by Bluetooth. He didn't transfer it by laying of hands and prophesying.
No, he didn't call forth the children.
I'm telling you,
there had to be an intercourse.
Yes, your bishop, your man of God, the holiest people, you are thinking about are having sex. That's the issue. So it's not a bad thing. So it's one of the first things. You know, the post we put up this morning, I was talking about fasting and sex. The reason why many people think you can't fast during the sex, I mean, you can't have sex during the fast. Sorry, you can't have sex during the fast, is because they are thinking, they are looking at sex from a dirty point of view. It's like saying you can't drink water during the fast, they can't eat during the fast. When I mean during the fast, eating, as in maybe you break the fast and you eat when you break the fast. So why are you equating sex as something negative? You know.
I saw somebody comment there saying that she needs to tag her husband, that they've been doing it wrong all the while. Someone else even said, 40, there's length, so that this length is too long, so is she going to be holding herself for these 40 days of fast?
Yeah.
That she was also saying thank you for liberating her, because 40 days it's not being.
Facebook people, are you here now? Facebook, are you here? Can you hear well? Is there still YouTube? Do you still have feedback? Do you still have echo, or is it bearable? If it's bearable, please just allow us continue. If it's unbearable, let us know. Those on Facebook and those on on YouTube. So, and please, if you're on Facebook and you're not going to follow the page Wholesome Sexuality, go and follow now. Go and follow now. If you're on Instagram, you've not followed Wholesome Sexuality, go and follow. If you're on YouTube, please subscribe to Wholesome Sexuality YouTube. Is it on Wholesome Sexuality? No. So, but go and subscribe to Wholesome Sexuality on YouTube, please. We have loads of good materials going there. Okay, so you even mentioned that somebody even talked to you after the post we did on that fasting, that somebody was asking you, deep questions about it. I think whether it was the pastor or somebody spiritual. You were mentioning, you just something like.
He said he's a minister.
Mm-hmm.
He said he's a minister. He said he saw a renowned man of God put up a post on Facebook, just like we did this morning, the same post with the scripture, saying that you need to take permission from your spouse, or else your fast is null and void.
Yeah.
So he couldn't marry having sex and fasting.
Yeah.
So when he was done, I was quiet. He said, "Why are you quiet, man? You're not saying anything." I said, "What do you think sex is?" Note, he's single.
Yeah.
So I said, "So what do you think sex is?" And then he goes, "Sex is an intercourse between a man and a woman." So I said to him, "The scripture is clear. It says if you are going to go on a fast, it should be for a period of time. And if sex is not going to be there, it has to be with the mutual consent. So if you are fasting and your spouse says, inside this fast, we are going to be having sex, you are obligated to have sex with your spouse. Bible records it. God has said it, and that's it." So he said to me that he has been judging this man of God, but he just didn't know how. He didn't know how to come out and say it. But by the time he saw the Wholesome Sexuality page, he felt, okay, let him come this way. As he screen grabbed the message and brought it in. And, okay, let me come and find out again, is this thing really true? So I said to him, so long as two of you agree, if two of you agree that you are fasting for 3 days, no sex, it's fine. But if one party does not agree, it's not fine. Your fast is null and void.
Yeah.
So I said, from talking to him, I said to him, I said, the reason you are having this challenge is the fact that you see sex as dirty.
Yes.
He said, is it not dirty? I said, God did not create any dirty thing.
Dirty, yes. It's the devil that is making it dirty. Sorry, did you touch anything on your device? The people on Facebook are saying they are now getting echo. They were not getting echo before. Did you adjust anything?
I reduced the volume.
Because people on YouTube and Facebook, they're saying they are getting echo. So I don't know which one we need to reduce now on your side. But I'm not getting any feedback from here. I'm not getting any echo from here. Your both devices can't have volume. So you have to reduce one very well. Sorry, Facebook and YouTube, we're working on it to make sure. We're working on the echo. Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. This thing sometimes. So, are you doing what I? You have to talk now. Let me know.
Okay, can you hear me now?
So guys, please, are you still having the echo? Are you guys still having the echo now? You have to talk some more.
Okay, so
just say something. Let's just.
Okay, so I said to him that because he thinks sex is dirty, that's why he's having an issue marrying fast and sex. Is the echo still?
Have you muted one of your devices? You have to mute one.
Yes.
Guys, please confirm, is the echo still there? No, but at the beginning, no, there was no echo at the beginning. So what did you change anything from there before? So have you muted one of the devices?
I just muted this mic.
Okay. So guys, please help me check now. Is it better now? Say something. Vera, say something.
Is it better now? Sex is holy. They say it's better.
Did they say it's better? Okay, this is better. Let's just manage. Let's move on. Okay, so continue about the guy. So you have to tell him that the first thing was that he thought sex was dirty.
Yes, I told him the first issue he had was his mind, and because he has in his mind he sees sex as a dirty thing. That's why he feels that you cannot do a holy thing as fasting,
yes,
and have sex at the same time.
The unholy sex.
He couldn't marry the two of them, and he couldn't understand how a whole man of God would be saying that you should be having sex when you are fasting. He couldn't marry them. So I told him sex is clean. I actually sent him back to the page that we started from. Sex is not dirty.
Yeah.
Sex, God created sex, therefore it's good because everything he created is good.
Yeah.
So if everything he created is good, sex is good.
Good. Yes, every good and perfect gift comes from God. So if God made sex, sex is beautiful. So, and I think that's the main problem. This is why some people are even shy to come and ask for counsel on the page. Please, if you have not followed Wholesome Sexuality, go and do so now. Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Wholesome Sexuality. Because a lot of Christians are suffering from sexually related issues and there's nobody to talk to. In most churches, they can't talk about it, and we're trying to learn from the world. The world cannot teach us sex. All right? The world can't teach us sex. The reason is this, because people of the world are not awakened spiritually and in their mind and in their body all at the same time. All right? They are focused more on the body. So that's why they objectify women and men. That's why pornography sells, because they are trying to just speak only to the body. But for those of us that really have the real blueprint of what God designed for sex, it has to do with your spiritual connection, your emotional and mental connection, and not just the physical connection. So we are the ones that should really understand sex. And sex is not dirty. So let's stop that thinking. Let's stop that thinking. And again, people from the world try to think sex is just, it's the escapades, it's all those things. That's not really true. All those things are lies. They are not the real idea of what sex is about. So please, Christians especially, because that's what this page was designed for, to help bring wholesome knowledge, wholesome, material as regards sex. So let's understand it. Sex is holy. Sex is pure. It was made by God. It's just that Satan has, bastardized it. Yes. We now associate it with, negative things, abortion, rape, incest, homosexuality. So he has kind of branded sex as something dirty, and we need to change that mindset. There are even some pastors that can't preach about sex on the pulpit. They just feel it's too dirty. Sex is not dirty. That's the first thing. Sex is beautiful. It's one of the most beautiful things God ever made. It's one of the most beautiful things God ever made. Sex is beautiful. It's one of the best gifts God gave mankind. And thank God for people like you, Vera. Thank God for pages like Wholesome Sexuality that wants to now bring wholesome material, wholesome help to people as regards sex. So let's talk a bit about you. Let's now officially start. That one, we jumped into that situation because of people coming, and in fact, again, I'm distracted again. Let me say that thing. And most times, people that talk about sex always have the bad boy, bad girl persona. All right. I've noticed that most people that do things like this, like sex things on Instagram or whatever, they have the I'm a bad boy, I'm a bad girl, idea. I'm not even talking about the ones that are selling sex toys and basically just their page is just pornography, literally just pornography. I mean, people just want to do sex. They want to just, relate sex to something dirty. I've even noticed, even female comedians, female musicians, they want to just paint that bad girl. But are you a bad girl? Maybe let's even start from you. You can even know how to take that question. So, Flo.
Okay. Am I a bad girl? Oh, it depends on the definition of a bad girl. I can be a bad girl in my husband's bed.
Yeah. But I mean publicly, because those people paint us, they give us an image of, I must be, but I don't think it's necessarily like that. I don't think it's supposed to be like that.
I'm not a bad girl. I'm just a cheerful, happy chap that she just wanted to keep herself for different reasons at different times in my life. Did I have opportunities to be a bad girl? Oh yes, I had opportunities, but I chose to keep myself for my husband. Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's talk a bit about your background. How long have you been married? And okay, no, let's not go to how long you've married. Let's start from your journey. So you married as a virgin. What was your single life like? Because usually, like I said, most people that do this kind of job that you do, they have a lot of those bad experiences. They've been there, they've done many things. This is why they want to come and teach us sex. That's what I'm trying to say. And that's not necessarily yes. Yes. They're usually coming with a story. But you married as a virgin. So what was your single life like? And how on earth did you marry as a virgin? How did you stay virgin till you were married? Tell us.
Okay, my single life. So I can start counting my single life from when I became eligible to marry.
Okay.
Right. So I'm a graduate of Mathematics and Statistics, University of Lagos, Okonkwo. So by the time I got into school, let me take it back a bit because I had opportunities in my high school I had opportunities in secondary school to actually, be a bad girl because I went to an all-girls secondary school and we didn't have boys in the school. So when we see boys, it's like they turn on everything.
Ice cream, yes.
It's like they turn on everything, So we shared a fence with an all-boys school. Yes. So sometimes you will see a full-grown man in the we call it quadrangle, like where in between in the hostel, like the play area of the hostel, right? He's taking a day wear from the quadrangle to put on. But you will notice, then we call it yams. Look at the guy's legs of the man and the woman. You can see the difference. The strong, solid yams. You know that this is a man in the hostel, right? He's obviously coming to look for somebody. So they'll come in, take a day wear on the line, and then do whatever they want to do, and then jump the fence back. We even had girls that used to jump from borders that used to go clubbing from school. they'll tear their day dress and all whatnot to go clubbing from school and come back to school. So yes, at that time, what kept me then was, remember the child of whom you are. That was what kept me then, because at that point, at that age, it was more of exploring what's happening. You're a Jew girl, you're not following the students and what you're a Jew girl, and stuff like that. But I will always remember, I schooled in Imo State, so all the way from living from Lagos to Imo State in the bus, then my mother would come and put her ears. Remember the child of whom you are. Wherever you are in this world, I have eyes on you. So even though she was not there, there's just this feeling that there were eyes, somebody watching, right? So that was what kept me that space. The fear of disobeying my parents, the fear of bringing shame to my parents. Then fast forward to after school, Jambites, waiting for admission, I got born again. So now, but that was when I got born again, I gave my life to Christ. So the authority figure in my life kind of switched. So it moved from keeping myself because I don't want to disobey my earthly father to keeping myself because I don't want to disobey my heavenly father, which is supreme, right? Which is the one that has given the law, given the principle. Keep yourself, right? Sex is beautiful, sex is enjoyable, but sex is so powerful that God designed it for marriage. God designed it for marriage. So in Unilag then, yes, did I date? Oh yes, I dated. Yes, I dated. Yes, I had 2 relationships, but as a big girl, I wasn't dating schoolboys. I was dating.
Okay. So is it that these guys didn't want to do something?
Oh, they did. They did. But on my part, the resolve to keep myself. So, like the first guy, I knew what he wanted. So I made sure that visits, hangouts were always in public places. There was never home visits. There was never private, unnecessary, stuff like that. Right? So it was strictly public. I used to tell myself, never find yourself in a place you cannot explain. Never find yourself in a situation where you have to start speaking English. It's been a slogan for me for a very long time. I keep saying it. I'm reading maths, I did not read English. I cannot be speaking. I was going, I was coming, and this happened, and that one did not happen. Right. So till I met my husband, I kept myself. And it wasn't easy. It wasn't by my power. There were days. I mean, we're humans and there are hormones. Hormones are raging at that very young age. Everybody's doing it. I mean, nobody will know. But there was this, like I said before, the intentionality and the to keep myself for my husband because my father said so. That was it for me. So even when I met him, I started dating my husband, right? We talked about it and we both said, no, we're not doing this. We're not doing this. We're going to keep ourselves and then wait. And then it became more difficult after he proposed. And then my dad said, no way, I want to see your certificates first. You must finish school before you get married. So you see that finish line, we're almost there. We can do this now, nobody will know. It was really, 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 really difficult. But what kept us is the fact that we had made up our minds not to do this. And it was not one-sided. I had said it, we had discussed it and had agreed.
So basically, let's even be picking up the points from here. So one of the things that helped you stay your dating life and all that was that both of you, first of all, were born again Christians. All right.
Yes, sir.
So that also made it easy for both of you to now be on the same page in terms of sexuality.
Yes, sir.
Because this is important. Because what happens to a lot of people is that they are dating either an unbeliever, you know, or he's even a Christian, but he's the type that is not ready to honor God in any way. All right. So those are the things that now make them say, oh, is it even possible to marry a virgin or a guy that will wait and all that, you know? So your husband, number one, your husband also was a virgin. All right.
Yes, sir.
And number two, he was interested in waiting till marriage.
Yes, sir.
Tell us about that discussion. Tell us about how that went down, how all that side went.
Okay, so it didn't start as something, because we started as friends, right? Enjoying each other's company. Okay, so I met my husband in my father's house. So yeah, I'm married to my brother's friend.
Okay.
So it was not like I met him.
Total stranger, yes.
Yes, I met him as a family member already. So we are comfortable with each other. Built our friendship, you know. We shared a lot. Talk about scriptures, talk about school. I was in school then. He was working for a company then. So if he has challenges, he'll bring it up, we'll discuss it, we'll plan it, we'll arrange it, pray about it. Right. So we already had an existing friendship where we talked about everything. So in one of our conversations, I told him about my past experience and the demands from my past experience. Now, we had gotten comfortable in each other's company to be able to share such information. So I told him about my past experience and the demands from my past experience, and he was like, were they Christians? Well, they said they were Christians. I don't have this committer, you know how spiritual and stuff like that. So he now said, well, that was where the conversation came up from. And he said, he's born again, and this is the stand on premarital sex. We're not doing this, right? So when I was having the conversation with him, I was actually not telling him because I wanted to know his opinion. I was just telling him, but he made it clear that this without no, right? Me, in my mind, I used to score him point. In my mind, I used to score him point as in this one is clear on what it is, right? So that conversation with him came up as a result of our sharing our past experiences.
because people make it look like, oh, it's hard to see guys, you know, that want to wait till marriage. And I'm telling them that, you know, it starts with your mindset. All right. First of all, we agree that it's not so easy in the world we live in now to stay sexually pure. We get that. But I don't want anybody to have the mindset that it's impossible to find a man or a woman, particularly men, that want to wait till marriage. They are there. Now, they might be rare. I agree. Yes, many of them are not speaking up. And yes, they might even be rare. I understand that they might not be as common. But you see, you as a lady, if you want to stand your ground, you know, you can, any man that is really serious about you, you know, will step up to do what is right, especially if you are not ready to compromise. All right? Stand your ground. But there are still a lot of guys that also desire to wait till marriage. A lot of them. And you married one of them like that. And I'm planning to bring some of them on this IG Live so that people can see that there are many, many, many men that have married as virgins too.
Yes.
There are many men that have married as virgins. So
there was a lady I spoke to. Her issue was, she said she wanted to wait. She's a virgin, and she and her boyfriend had agreed that they were going to wait. But of recent, the guy had become demanding. That he has already told her, "I'm going to marry you, so let's just do it. Nobody will know, you know." And she's like, "No. If you want to marry me, marry me." So when she was asking me that, she feels like giving in. I said, if he really wants to marry you, why is he putting the sex for the marriage?
Yes.
let's not do things. Let's do things in the right order.
Yeah.
If he really wants to marry, he will do everything he needs to do to get married to you.
No.
Then the sex will come. And when the sex comes, they will not be holding you people from.
Yes. Because so, like I said, and like I said, I really need to bring a lot of men, that are doing it right, so that these women can see that there are a lot of men like this. I even posted those my friends from America, sex can wait a while, that they both married as virgins too, and they just have a bouncing baby girl. They just had a bouncing baby girl recently, so they too wait. So there are people everywhere in the world. So it's not even just an African thing. There are people everywhere in the world that are waiting to marry, both male and female. All right, and I was trying to, because when we posted that post, a lot of ladies were coming to say, it's impossible, is this, is rare. See, just because something is rare doesn't mean it's not possible. And you see, having the mindset that I can never find a man that wants to wait, then that you're already defeated. It's like saying because the economy is tough, there are no millionaires and there are no billionaires. No, the economy is tough. Yes, we agree, but there are millionaires being made every day.
And there are people spending the money.
Yes, there's money. People are spending money. Yes, they exist. So it's like saying, I want to wait till I see 1 million naira before I know 1 million naira exists. No. In fact, you have to believe 1 million naira exists before you can actually make 1 million naira. So if you get your mindset right, it all
starts in the mind.
Yeah.
It all starts in the mind. I tell people that the mind is the biggest sex organ. If you can conceive it in your mind, you can actually put it to work. You can actually do it. If you can tell it, you can settle it in your mind. Sex is for the married people.
Yes.
I would wait till I get married to the right person, and I will have a beautiful sexual experience. Because we have a lot of people now saying that, how are we sure? What's the guarantee?
Yes.
What's the guarantee that we are going to be compatible? This compatible word.
Sexual compatibility.
What's the guarantee that we are going to be compatible when we get married?
Yeah.
Why do you go and buy a car without test running? Oh my God. Are you marrying a car? Was sex designed for you and the car?
Yes.
Obviously not. Yes, if you want to find out if the man, or because the major question that keeps coming up is how would you know if the man is able, if the man can have an erection? Men, they know. It's a simple thing. If you've enjoyed friendship and made each other comfortable in each other's presence, you can ask him. Simple way. Okay, they stand so. It will start as a joke, and he's wondering what did you say, even though he knows what you said. Because every man that has a functional erector he wakes up in the morning with an erection, and he knows. So if he cannot wake up 3 days consecutively with an erection, then you now know that he has an erectile dysfunction. Then he knows. So if you are being honest with each other, why he's asking you, what do you like? I don't know what I like right now, but I'm open.
Yes.
To whatever we're going to experience inside. Yes. I know that God's plans for me are good and not evil. I know that I'm going to enjoy my life so long as I'm doing it right.
Yes.
Right? I'm asking you to ask him.
God made us blank sheets because we can develop, we can adapt, we can learn things. So you don't have to be an expert when you are single to enjoy sex in marriage. At least you are a proof of that.
The single expert is actually what is causing a lot of problems in marriage.
Yes.
Because before the ride is done, you have tested it with Maggie, you've tested it with curry, you've tested it with bay leaf.
Yes.
So now you have different tastes in your taste buds.
Yes.
By the time the ride is done, you can't tell which one is better.
Yes.
So it's all the expertise that is causing trouble in marriage now.
Okay, but I want you to. But what other practical ways can I use to know that my husband is not impotent, that my husband can have sex? Since there's no premarital sex, are there other ways to know? Because this is actually a common question that people ask. So please think about it. Before you answer that question, I want to quickly talk about the fact that, this common thing too that you mentioned about since we are going to get married anyway, why can't we have, sex? Why can't we have sex? the challenge with that is that you are building a lifestyle of not honoring God. So that's the challenge there. You are building a lifestyle of not honoring God. Self-control is a part of our lives, even when we are married. So if you're building a lifestyle of, oh, we can't wait, let's just dishonor God, even when you do get married, you'll be faced with that issue of self-control. You've both agreed not to honor God. You've both agreed that cutting corners is okay. All right. So it literally jeopardizes your marital faithfulness. It jeopardizes it. So if you're applying to get married, that is even a reason not to have sex. It's not a reason to have sex. It's a reason not to. Oh, since we're just a few months away, let's speed up the whole process and get married, then have sex. As opposed to, why do we have to take it today? Something you're still going to get next week. Something you're still going to get next month. For the rest of your life. So it's just a stupid idea to think about it. And, this is why it's not good for both of you to be, in that stupid space at the same time. Whoever is more, has more self-control or consciousness at the time should speak sense to the other party, because it's just a no-no. This ideology that, oh, we're getting married anyway, let's start having sex. No, you are both consciously, searing your conscience. You are both consciously, cheating on God. You are both consciously, saying it's okay to take something that is not yours. That's what you're saying. Something that is not right yours, you're taking it. When you get married, that attitude will still be there to take something that is not yours. So that's an important thing. So I still want you to, okay, go ahead.
So, okay, another issue now is that they don't call it having sex. They don't call it dishonoring God. We're just indulging.
Yeah.
We're in that new word now. We're indulging. Someone is a couple that was about to get married. I asked once, I said, have you slept with her? And he said, no, we've done other things. And he was ready to defend to me, as in give me reasons that we've not had sex.
Wow.
We've done other things. So people think that sex is until you've had penetrative sex. So they've done other things. You've turned on the cooker without putting your food on fire, without being ready to cook. We've done every other thing except penetrative, and in your mind, you have not had sex.
Wow, that's horrible. And that's why I say Christians, we don't talk about celibacy. That's not our job. Our job is sexual purity, because they are two different things. Celibacy is just focusing on the intercourse. Sexual purity starts from your heart. Even the things you watch, the things you think, God is already, wants you to keep that one clean. Jesus was clear about it. He said, if you look lustfully at a woman and, in your mind that you've already committed the sin. So that's how God sees it. So sexual purity is what concerns us as Christians, not celibacy. We are not talking celibacy. We're talking about sexual purity. It starts from your mind. Your mind must even be clean. Because people ask me all the time, is masturbation a sin? If you understand sexual purity, you won't ask that question. It's celibacy people that are asking that question. If you understand sexual purity, which is what concerns Christians, you know that even your mind must be holy. God wants your thoughts to be holy. That's where it starts from. All right. So very, very, very important. Okay. So you guys were able to keep that agreement to stay virgins till the wedding night.
Till marriage.
Yes. Okay. Wasn't the wedding night? That's true. You did not have sex on the wedding night. I remember your story. By the way, guys. She has shot some YouTube videos that you don't want to miss. If you have not subscribed to Wholesome Sexuality on YouTube, go and do so now. All right, please. It's important you subscribe. This thing helps us keep tab of who we have and what my content to give. So please go subscribe to Wholesome Sexuality on YouTube and go and follow on Instagram and on Facebook, Wholesome Sexuality, and share this page with your people. And those of you on Instagram and co, send us a WhatsApp so that you can be on our WhatsApp community. That way we can send you things that we don't post. All right, you need to do that. And you can, right now, we're still doing free consulting or counseling sessions. We're still doing free. It's not going to be free forever. All right, it's just for a period. So we're still doing free consultation. So you'll get a chance to talk to any of our sexologists. if it's a medical case, we also have some in-house doctors. We'll do some IG live with them so that you get to meet them also. We have some medical doctors too. So if it's a medical case, you book a session with our medical guys. If it's just a sex coaching case, you book a session with a sexologist. It's all free for now. It is free for now. It's not going to be free forever. All right. So please, my own is jump on it, take advantage. If you have relatives, friends that need it, send them the link, send them something, let them join. Okay. So we're talking about more practical ways. Before we go to your wedding night, we're talking about more practical ways we can really confirm. Because ordinarily, if people are, how will I say this? If somebody is a genuine Christian and you can really perceive a genuine Christian, they are not likely to deceive you. So it's good to, number one, be sensitive in your spirit before you even start a relationship. It's not just looking at his muscle or looking at, all these things. People have problem more than clothes. So, the clothes cover plenty problems that people have. So that's why if you are falling in love, in quotes, or loving someone, please know them through and through. We have too many people that fall in love with people's idea or people's gift or people's looks, people's fashion sense, people's bomb, people's shape. Please, some of those girls that are very fine, if you know the emotional challenges they have, you can't cope. Some of those guys that are very fine, if you know the issues they have, you can't cope. So try to know the person completely. Very important. Know the person completely. That's number one. And number two, also be prayerful. Okay, don't just jump into a relationship. Ask God. God won't lead you into something that will destroy you. Many people don't ask God. They just call God to come and bless whatever they choose. Ask God, walk with God on it. All right. God will always reveal things to you. If you're about to enter into something that will be dangerous and you are somebody sensitive to the spirit, God will always give you warning signs. All right. Thirdly, what I advise, I tell people you must do premarital counseling. It's very important. Yes, a lot of people jump it. If you have good premarital counseling sessions, your counselor too would ask both of you your sexual stories and all those things and make sure everybody's healthy. So those little things. I don't know if you have any other ideas, ways people can, be sure.
For me, aside from confirming spiritually that he was the one for me and stuff like that, I was okay, I'm fine. And I said, know how I will pass, man, look at strength. So it was another thing for me. Because a lot of women ask that question, that how do you know that how do you know that he's attracted to you, right? For you to be asking that question first, I keep telling myself, that means he's not even attracted to you. Because we women,
you can know, the way a guy looks at you.
Yes, you can tell the way a guy looks at you, the way you wear ordinary t-shirt and jeans, and he's like, wow, this beautiful shirt I've ever seen in my life. It's not that he's not lying to you. You can tell that he's saying it from a place of knowing. And for him to say that he's feeling something, something, right? So, because for us, yes, there were days and there were times that we almost gave in. Yeah. Right. There were times we almost gave in. But the fact that we had both made that decision. So when one is falling, the other is saying, no, it's what we think. We're not going to do this. Even though we were both feeling like that at such times, right? But we're able to pull each other up, and then hasten the marriage process.
Yes, that's another thing that happens. When you are staying clean, sexually clean, you marry quick. Many people that are staying single forever is because they are getting all the benefits of marriage.
Yes, the man is in the house. You come, you wash, you clean, you cook, you serve. He's having friends. He will call you. My friends are coming around. You two, you will come. You go to market. What else is he looking for in a wife? And then when you are done, you service him on the bed.
Yes. There's no marriage in view. Yes. He's not going to marry anytime soon.
He's not going to marry anytime soon.
Yeah.
We had one like that. We had a tenant like that. He had, as this one is going out, another one is coming in. As I said, they don't meet themselves at the junction.
Yes.
Right? There was one that her own, she would leave school, come back, sit down, wash, cook, clean, and all what. This one is not married to any of them.
Yes.
When he was ready to get married, he went and sought a wife, and that wife, I can beat my chest that she was not any of those
people. Yeah. And on that thing too, that is bad about because this particular topic, I know it's important to many people. Many people are saying, if I don't test him sexually, how do I know he can perform? The truth is that he can even be able to have an erection and all that when you are dating and be having sex. And when you do get married, problems can arise. So we have seen those things. And you on your job, you meet those kind of things where, yes, the guy was doing okay, but when marriage started now, and if there's even a rampant issue of men that are gay, so he can even have sex with you a few times, but once you enter the marriage, he's no more interested. So you can't just trust on those carnal things. You still have to trust God. All right. And if you're a real Christian, follow him well, you'll find out that he won't really lead you astray. And if for any reason you do marry someone and the person cannot have sex at all, and it's not a case that you can correct, then that means you've never consummated the marriage. So it's okay to annul the marriage at that point. Nobody will hold you, because consummating the marriage is a major part of what makes it a marriage. So if you can't, yes, what makes you want? So if you can't consummate, you have legal grounds to also back down. But usually, if you're somebody following God, there must be a way to find out all these things. There are many structures that have been on the way, for you to be able to know if this guy is even okay or not, So let's talk a bit about the wedding night, because we're trying to manage our time today. Let's talk a bit about the wedding night. So you are one of those that didn't have sex on the wedding night. Please, if you need to go, our video will soon drop the video on YouTube. So if you're not following Wholesome Sexuality on YouTube, I don't want her to even give the full gist here. I don't want her to give the full gist here. Go and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Go and follow us on all the platforms. So you're one of those that didn't have sex on the wedding night. But the man of God wanted, but you didn't want.
So we had agreed we're not doing anything that night. And then the night came and man of God changed his mind. So I was not mentally, emotionally, physically ready to have, I'm speaking plenty English, to have sexual intercourse.
How can somebody, but honestly, it's not fair. Somebody's a virgin. He has been a virgin for how many years? How old was your husband when he was getting married? When you guys were getting married?
30. He was 30.
So imagine somebody has been a virgin since he's 30. Then wedding night, they give him one very fine girl, brand new virgin too, on his bed, and you say this thing, don't don't provoke the Spirit of God inside the man of God.
We didn't do anything on the wedding night, and it was actually painful on both sides, because I as much as I had said I wasn't going to do anything on the wedding night, I mean, even me too, I'm a human being and blood flows through my veins, right? But when we finally decided to try, there was not traffic, so it didn't work. And you know how Lagos traffic can be. Traffic day 1, day 2, day 3. Somebody
on Facebook is saying, so your husband is a pastor, that helps. At the time they married, her husband was not a pastor.
No, he wasn't a pastor.
So for the guy on Facebook, I think it's Shayi, that is your name. For the guy on Facebook's asking, please, by the time when they married, this was a few years ago, her husband was not a pastor then. The person just has to be a real Christian, a real committed Christian. What happens these days that there are many people that say they are Christians, but you can tell that they're not committed. Can't see some Christians even post. I'll just be laughing that you're born again. Can't think some Christians are drinking, are doing. I say, this one, are you born again at all? So that's the thing. You have to find, if you are a committed Christian, you have to look for somebody like you. All right, you have to look for somebody like you that is a real Christian. Not just somebody that goes to church. All right. So
when we met and got married, he wasn't a pastor or a minister or anything. He was just
a committed Christian.
He was just a committed Christian that loved the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
That one, I can't take it from him, because the truth of the matter is, when I was getting married to my husband, I had to prepare my mind, because I knew that this guy would not just be who I see him as right now. I knew that he was going to go far in ministry. Yeah. So I also had to prepare my mind for it. But was he a pastor or anything?
No, he was not a pastor at the time.
He was just a guy that loved the Lord.
Okay, so how many days into the marriage did you have sex for the first time? How many days into the marriage did you have sex for the first time? 4 days. Wow. Wow. This is the kind of thing that can cause world war.
It was four painful, gruesome, for lack of words, 4 annoying days.
Yes.
You would come out and smile, newlyweds, but
I actually had a couple. I had a couple that stayed about 2 years. It's a virgin situation too. They stayed about 2 years. So you see, that's why for us as Christians, there's more to our life than just sex. We need to understand sex is good, it's powerful, but we don't place it like it's the reason why we're in this life. So situations can arise. The lady was terrified by the act. She felt it to be painful, different things, and those are things, videos you've done that will still post.
That painful thing is one major reason, because we are told that biology, to greater science, to disvirgin a girl is going to cause like loss of pain. They even compare it to labor pain. So when you pass this one,
so everybody's carrying the pain on their head.
If you pass this one, labor, they are getting there, so it's compared to labor pain. So when the mind has been programmed with first sexual experience has to be painful, it will be painful. It will be painful because your mind has conceived it. So anything that tries to penetrate you at that time, you just know it's already registered in your head that if anything penetrates you at that time,
it's gonna be
should give you. Even if you don't feel it, you expect it.
Yes. Okay.
You expect it.
Okay. Let's move forward a bit. So please, guys, some people are asking how do you get the WhatsApp community? You will see our WhatsApp number on the profile. Wholesome Sexuality page. You see the WhatsApp number on the profile. Just send a message there. They will communicate with you. If you click our link in bio, for those of you on Instagram, go to Wholesome Sexuality. You will see the link tree on the bio there. Click it. You will see our YouTube. You will see where to send us a WhatsApp message. All right. The counseling sessions are still free. Please take advantage of it. They will not be free forever. We have medical practitioners. We have sexologists. So depending on the kind of case you have, determine the counselor you will speak with. All right. So we have it's a team of therapists that are running this ministry. So it's a ministry. It's a team of therapists that are running it. So please take advantage of it now and join the community. If you're single, there's material for you, and if you're married, there's material for you. So whatever. If you're even old age, we have material for sex for people at old age. So basically, we're just here to provide that wholesome support for Christians, especially, and for people. You don't have to be Christian, really, but wholesome advice, because we believe a lot of the advice out there is junk, is full of pornography, is dirty, and that's not how sex should be at all. All right. So, so tell us a bit about how. So, since you married a virgin now, in fact, and even into marriage, you still took 4 days to have the sex. So you were a novice. We could say that, Abi. You were like a novice sexually. So how did you transform from a novice to now being, one of the leading sexologists in Nigeria? All right. So how did you transform from being a novice to being a sexpert that is now coaching people and is a sexologist, and all that? So tell us what happened.
Okay, so after my wedding experience, basically my wedding experience, after my 4 days experience, yes, was it painful? Yes, and it wasn't. I felt it could be better, right? I felt we could do more. So somebody said, when I made a post about you cannot pray away holiness, or not, I actually stick to the part of you should not pray it away, because the desire God is the one that gave us this desire. Yes. It's not the desire is not the problem. It's what you do with the desire now that is either a good thing or a bad thing, right? I didn't want my marriage, because I was like, this is for the rest of our life. It's just going to go on for the rest of our life. This is what I want to be experiencing every time. it had to be better. It should be better. So I started looking. I started searching. I started looking for content. I started looking for help. Basically, what can I do? What should we do? Because I wasn't alone in it. We were together in the matter. I am my husband's wife. My husband, we were together in the matter. So I found a course which I did that had to do with was a 3 weeks course that had to do with preparing you, teaching. So basically, it prepares you. It teaches you what to do. But the first thing that the course deals with is your mind. That was the first thing he dealt with. The first thing he said to me was, sex is beautiful, sex is clean. Now that you are married, fire on. And I'm like, okay. So you needed to first change the ideology of the fact that you should not do this thing. It's bad. It's dirty. Wait. Because it's usually difficult to switch from wait till marriage. When you now get to marriage, nobody now tells you, oh yeah, fire on. You're now in the marriage now. But when they're telling you wait till marriage, nobody is telling you what to do when you now get into the marriage. So that was where we got stuck. So we started looking for materials and it's so annoying and so painful that when you search, what you see is pornography. So that's where the Spirit of God comes to play, right? You have the spirit of discernment to know that this thing is not for me. This thing does not go well with me. This thing cannot stay with the spirit that is inside of me. So we kept searching and searching. So we found one that basically it was a Christian training that we did. Then from there, after that 3 weeks training, I told my husband this thing could be more, right? So I started talking to anybody I could talk to. I got interested in anybody getting married. My question to you is, so what's the plan for your wedding night? What are you going to do? Because I had made up my mind that nobody that will pass through me should experience what I experienced on my own wedding night. So I had channeled that now, looking for content, looking for what to do, and then did a couple of courses to now make it, so I'm a certified marriage counselor. Because before you even start going into the sex thing, you need to understand marriage as a whole, right? So I'm a certified marriage counselor.
Yes.
So I started with that. So got that out of the way, because you can have this knowledge and not be able to counsel. So the counseling had to be out of the way first. Then we now started getting, oh no, I did not read Kama Sutra. Somebody just asked, did you read Kama Sutra? I did not read. So Kama Sutra, I've heard, basically, these things fly around. You hear people talk about it. These things fly around. So I'm like, it is not, let me borrow the word. It is not wholesome. It is not edifying me. It is making me feel guilty. It is something I'm going to be ashamed of. Telling the next person that I did this, then I should not do it. Which is the same principle I got from my single life that says that I don't want to find myself in situations that I cannot explain. So it has been brought into my marriage right now. Anything that I cannot share, people that know me know that if Vera likes something and you're around her, you will know. You will hear about it. So I started talking to people, talk to this person here, talk to this person. This thing worked for me. This is what I did. I liked it and it worked for me. You go and practice. This thing works. Then my pastor discovered me. Yes, if you don't know, this is my pastor. Pastor Kingsley Okonkwo is my pastor, my father. He discovered me and he has helped to ignite. I won't call it ignite because fire was there, but he has helped to keep the flame burning and direct the flame, because I could just be born without direction, right? So my pastor has helped to direct that flame, to put it in the right path. So that's it. So that's how I moved from not knowing to knowing and still knowing.
So for those on Facebook and YouTube asking, please, you can see we've put the WhatsApp number on the screen. So please copy that number down. Send a WhatsApp message. Do not call the line. just send a WhatsApp message. We'll talk with you. Send it tonight. If I send it now so that you won't forget, send it now. Our people will communicate with you. Those on Instagram, if you want to contact us, please go to the Wholesome Sexuality on Instagram. Wholesome Sexuality. That's the page she's on now. Follow the page, and also you will see the link there where you can send us a message. If you're on YouTube, please subscribe. Everybody subscribe to the YouTube channel. There are a lot of good materials, videos that we posted on YouTube. So subscribe, please. It will help you a great deal. Okay, so but even before, and you didn't mention the fact that in church, in the women's group, you were their official sexologist now. That was where you had fans and followers there. Tell us.
So yes, it's like I said, people knew that if something is good for me, if I like something, I don't know how to hide information that is working for me, right? Something is working for me. It's gospel. We share the gospel.
Mm-hmm.
We tell people about it, right? So yes, in our married women's group, then on the mainland, anytime, so they knew that I was very vocal about sex.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the one that will not tell you, we're talking about, I will tell you this is a vagina, this is a penis. And people are like, no, it's my private part. Call it what it is and address it. You know, so I'm the one that will come and talk and tell you, no, this is not working, this is not. And then in the group where everybody is forming, because this, they will not be coming in the corners, not be asking, that thing you said, how did you get it? You know, and stuff like that. So yes, in our married women community like that, they know that I'm very vocal about topics like the sex topics. I'm very vocal about it. And I don't talk from hearsay. I don't talk from what I think the world wants to hear. I do my research, both from the Bible and from people that are already in this field. I do my research and understand what this is and what that is before I start sharing, telling anybody about it.
Okay. People are still asking for WhatsApp number here on Instagram. On Instagram, the WhatsApp number, just go to the profile. It's easy. Just go to where you see where to send the WhatsApp message. It's very simple. Go to the profile of the Wholesome Sexuality page on Instagram. You will click it. So what you're telling me, so let me ask you now. So right now, you're enjoying sex in your marriage, right? You're enjoying sex in your marriage, right? With all the learnings and trainings you've had. All right. Talked about that. And is there a difference from the first days when you started to now that you are knowledgeable? Tell us about that. Mm-hmm.
So I say, is there a difference? How would there not be a difference? Now somebody went to primary school. There's a difference between primary education and university education now. There is a huge difference, right? And it's not perfect because the desire to know more is still there.
Yeah.
The drive is still there. But now with this knowledge I've been acquiring, right? We now know the reasons for some things, right? Why does he demand sex more? I now understand based on anatomy and all what was. So why sometimes I'm not in the mood and stuff. I understand that now based on anatomy and all whatnot. And then with the understanding of how the human anatomy is, you can now know what to do, when to do it, and how to do it. So it makes it more interesting. And then with the fact that I now know that I'm now very sure that it's God that created this thing. The only restriction is it detrimental to my health? Is it going to bring me shame or guilt? Meaning that, can I talk to the next person about it? Can I tell somebody conveniently that me, Yahoo Pastor, I did this?
Yeah.
You know, stuff like that. So, yes, it's definitely better.
Okay, so what you're telling me is that somebody can marry as a virgin and, you know, still enjoy sex. So this thing they say about experiences before marriage is not necessary. I can keep myself and, you know, and wait till marriage and enjoy sex, right?
Sorry, sir, please. Can they stop sending messages right now because it's interrupting the line?
Oh, they're sending you WhatsApp messages. Can we tell them to stop that?
It's interrupting. live as the messages are just popping. Interrupting the live.
I don't know whether that's possible. They will send you messages. But we can hear you. It didn't disturb us, so we are hearing you loud and clear.
Because as it's dropping, your own volume reduces.
Oh, okay. Because of the setting your phone is in. Because of the setting your phone is in. Okay, but we're getting towards the end, so we'll find a way to manage. Okay, so talk more about that. So you're saying that I can marry as a virgin. I don't have to go and be watching pornography now. I don't have to be sleeping with many boys to enjoy sex in my marriage. Talk about that a bit.
So what pornography does is that it gives you a false ideology of sex. These people are being paid to act. These people that we in the mind, like somebody says, how long should a man last? But most times it comes from the fact that you've seen what you are not supposed to see, what you are not supposed to hear, right? So what this thing does is that it prepares you for a shocker in your marriage. Now, the girl that is swinging from pole to pole and bulb to bulb in the movie you are watching is not the girl that you are married to. Marriage. And if you're married to somebody, if you're married to a virgin that was a novice like I was, she's just ready. All she knows is that she should just lie down there and have your way. You know, and if that's what you find yourself, you will be so disappointed. This is not your expectation. So expertise and all whatnot, all the degrees, sexual degrees they are acquiring before marriage, it should set you up for failure in marriage. Setting you up for failure in marriage. I tell couples that had previous sexual experience before they get married. So you have to renew your mind. You've not been married before. This is a new slate. Come in with zero expectation that this woman or this man I'm married to now, I would enjoy sex with this person. I would not allow my past experience be a hindrance in my present situation. I would satisfy my partner and be satisfied by my partner in this marriage. Sorry, this one just went off.
The Facebook, the device, is it that you're not charging it?
Yes,
Facebook, sorry. Facebook, sorry. Don't forget, guys, if you are following us, if you're on Instagram, go follow Wholesome Sexuality. On Instagram, if you're on Facebook, follow on Facebook, YouTube. But everybody needs to follow on YouTube because you know, that's major. Then if you have questions on Instagram, please use the question icon. That way we can answer your questions. Because after this now we'll take a few questions. All right. After this, we'll take a few questions and before we go. So please, if you have questions, Facebook, don't ask questions yet. I'll tell you when to ask so that your questions won't scroll and pass. All right. Instagram, use the question icon and we'll be able to answer a few questions. So are you charging the device now?
Yes, it will come on in about 2 seconds.
You must always.
It was fully charged, but it's what it has been.
Yes, it's the intensity of what we are talking about that is shaking the thing. All right. So what before we take some questions from the audience, what are some of the courses that you are going to provide, some of the materials you are going to provide for both singles and married? What do you think? Some of the things.
Okay. For singles, we're going to provide a course preparing them for sex in marriage. So those that are about to get married, so be a course for those that are about to get married. Then there'll actually be a course for those that are single while you are single now, right? Things that you should be doing, things that you should use to occupy your time and all whatnot. So we will have that for singles. Then for the married people, would have getting married as a virgin, right? For both spouses. So when my spouse is a virgin or when we are both virgins, because the situation is different.
Yeah.
Situation is different, right? Then, sorry, I'm trying to put on the Facebook.
Okay. Somebody said, how do I sign up for personal counseling? Just reach out to these numbers. It will be arranged, okay? There's a number on your screen. Please reach out to the number by WhatsApp only, chats only, don't call, chats only, all right? Sessions will be booked. They'll send you the link, you book sessions. For now, we're still doing free sessions, all right, for now. And by the way, somebody asked that, this one we're saying is free sessions. Does that mean the time will come it will not be free? Yes, because it's a professional job. These people are doing, we have doctors on the team. They are doing it as a job. This time they would have used to do other things. So it's not a joke. You know, it's a professional service. And these people are working full time. I don't know if you are you back on Facebook? Okay, I should add
Yes, I am.
Yes, okay.
Yes,
Thank you. So you are good now, are you?
Yes, I'm good.
You know, so I hope you've put it on mute and everything so that it's not echoing again.
Yes, it's on mute.
So you know, so it's a professional service. So it's that's why we're saying it's free for now. It will not always be free. The guys that the people that work here are professionals. Like some of the Vera, tell us like one of the courses. What's the amount of one of the courses you've done? The training that what's the amount?
$2,799.
Okay, so that's one of the courses that she does, and that's not the only course she has done. She's vastly trained, so that's not the only course. So just one is at almost $3,000. So it's a professional job, and some of those courses, some of them are literally like almost like you are going to medical school, because you are breaking down the anatomy of the human body and things like you're learning really, really deep stuff. So it's a career path. So it's not a joke, because whenever you do things like this and people think it's because it's Christian, they assume it must be free. I don't know how the link is. If it's a Christian school, they will still pay teachers, they will still buy generator, they will still buy building. I don't know how people now think it's going to be free forever. No, it will not be free forever. We're just doing this free now because of the amount of people that need this help. So it's free for now. The counseling is free for now, but it's not going to be free forever. So if you know anybody that really needs the help, they should jump on it. We have, like I said, she's not even the only one that's on the team. There are medical professionals on the team. These are people with years of experience. So I'll take a few questions, Vera. Let me start from Facebook. How do you feel comfortable on your wedding night as a virgin? All right. How do you feel comfortable on your wedding night as a virgin? That one, you should be an expert in that one. By the way, the person asking this question, remember that she didn't have sex on her wedding night. We're still dealing with her about it, but let's talk.
I'll best tell you that I was not comfortable on my wedding night. So I tried to be comfortable. I mean, I took off my wedding gown in the bathroom. I tried to be comfortable on my wedding night because we had a conversation that said nothing will happen on the wedding night. So it gave me some sort of comfort, right? So, but how do you get comfortable with your spouse on your wedding night? For me, right, if not for the fact that I wasn't ready mentally, I went to boarding school and I stayed on campus. We are comfortably in our own skin, right? So, but it's a different situation when you are now with somebody you've never been with before, right? It's being comfortable on your wedding night, like you said, sex starts from the mind. Being comfortable in your wedding night still starts from your mind. It still starts from there. You tell yourself that this is what I want to do, and I'll have to do it. I have to do it. Right? You might not start off by taking off your clothes. Maybe you enter your wedding. Find your comfort gradually. Start with little things like, okay, help me take down my zip. It can help. By the time it helps you do that, they took down my zip, I still went into the bathroom. So that did not even make me comfortable, right? But for someone that starts baby steps, baby steps. Help me do this. Help me do that. Right. I always tell people that when you feel good, you do good and you give good. Right. So a lot of people ask this question from a place where they are not even comfortable in their own skin. When they already have no self-esteem. You are dealing with, you're battling with the mind that if he sees me, will he be okay with this car? If he sees me, will he be okay with this sport? You know, we have shared, should have.
You are breaking, Vera. You are breaking. What's wrong with your network? Your network. Is your data finishing? Hope your data is not finishing.
I'm using Wi-Fi.
Okay. Oh, you're breaking. I don't know why. And it's sudden. Just started happening now. They say it's not. You're not breaking from other. They say they can hear you. Just me.
Yeah, but from my screen, you're the one. Your own.
So it's me. So it's me. Sorry. Okay. So. Okay. So somebody's asking here, how long should the pain last? I'm still feeling pain.
There's no number of days, number of hours that the pain should last, right? So if you say pain, you're referring to the disvirgining pain. Like I said, it lasts as long as your mind carries it.
Yeah, because it's not meant to even be.
It's not meant. Sex is not meant to be painful. Yes, that first time, because there's a breaking of the hymen and all whatnot. That first time, maybe the first 2 times. So by the time you get a hang of it, if you're well lubricated, he's well lubricated. After the first 2 times, you should be able to have normal intercourse without pain. But if you are still telling yourself that, like as you ask this question, if I tell you that the pain should last for 1 year,
yeah, you will start carrying that.
That's how register in your mind that the sexologist said the pain should last for 1 year. No, there's no duration. It's as long as your mind can carry it. Even on that first experience, if you tell yourself that this thing, let's do this and let's get this thing done with, you feel when the hymen breaks, right? But that's it. You will no longer be feeling penetrative pain. But if you're having a pain, lower pelvic pain, or if you can explain the kind of pain you're having, then we can know how to help you. But that disvirgining pain, in quotes, should not, it lasts as long as your mind carries it.
Okay. Somebody says, if your spouse is not always around, he walks on the sea and suggests phone sex, but you are not comfortable with it. Is it right?
If you are not comfortable with it, let him know that you are not comfortable with it. Because there's no rule on how sex should be done in marriage. There's no laid out scriptural rule on how sex should be done in marriage. If you're not comfortable with it, you should be able to communicate that with your spouse. Most of the issues people have with sex is that they're not talking to their partner. So they have something they want to do. They cannot tell their spouse. The husband has something he wants to do. He cannot tell the wife, right? So they are just like 2 strangers on their marriage bed. Communicate it and give him reasons why you don't want to do this. I mean, your husband is not a stranger. Your husband should be able to understand and compromise. He's at sea. It's not forever.
All right. One more from Instagram. Will this video be posted? So I want to say yes, it will be posted. If you and your spouse are married as a virgin and few days in the marriage, she got pregnant and struggled with sex, what is the best advice to handle this situation throughout the pregnancy term?
Okay, so that's sex in pregnancy.
Yes.
Our bodies are different and react to pregnancy differently. Some women have high when they are pregnant. Some women have 0. when they are pregnant. But for me, I will usually tell people that unless you have a medical reason not to have sex in pregnancy, please enjoy yourself. Find a comfortable position. As big as the tummy is, find a comfortable position to have sex. And sex is not only penetrative, because sometimes the mindset is that you will hit the baby or you will hit the uterus. He's not hitting anything. He's not getting there. He's not touching it. First, get that out of your mind. He's not hitting anything. He's not getting there. He's not touching it. You need to still start with the mind. You need to condition your mind and find a comfortable position if you want to have penetrative sex. If your husband wants to have sex and you're not ready for penetrative sex in pregnancy, there are other ways to help out.
Yeah.
In that condition, yes. There are other ways.
Somebody just confirmed something you said now. The person said the pain thing is in the mind. I had pain even 10 years of marriage. So it's true. It's in the mind. Because I also somebody on Instagram saying they are scared now because of the pain. The pain is not meant to be. It's just something that has been passed from generation to generation that is going to be painful. And it's not true. Because the vagina has capacity to enlarge and expand. It can take that same place a baby is going to come out of. So trust me, there's nothing that it can't contain. So it's just the ideology or the mindset that is going to be painful. It's not going to be painful. Okay. All right. It's just the normal shock effect of something new, you know, that has never happened before. That's all. It's not really pain. I don't even want us to use the term pain for it. All right. I don't want to use the term pain. All right. One or two more questions. Somebody's asking about the WhatsApp number and all that. It's on the page. Just follow us. It's there. Just send us a message. If you and your spouse, okay, I've answered that before. Somebody says, should virginity be a determining factor to marry a person? Should virginity be that? That one is a no-brainer now. It doesn't have to be. It doesn't mean you must marry as a virgin. That's not what this life is about at all, self. All right. We're just looking at the fact that even though she has married as a virgin, she has transited, you know, to being knowledgeable about and somebody that enjoys sex and even enjoys enough to teach other people. So you don't have to marry only virgins, okay? You don't have to marry only virgins. Why is it that most pastor guys find it hard to be good in bed? Wow. You want to talk? Answer that one. Say most pastors.
So I didn't get that.
Why is it that most pastors find it hard to be good in bed?
How many pastors have you been with?
I was catching my neck when the person said that. But maybe they've had friends. I'm just thinking now. Maybe they've had friends that are dating that have married to pastors, or something, or they've gotten that story somewhere that one woman that is married to a pastor is not enjoying sex. But I think you can still answer.
Well, I don't know why a pastor is not enjoying sex. Unless the pastor has the mindset that sex is dirty. Because the fact that there's pastor does not mean he's not a human being.
Yeah.
He's a human being. And so if he still has that ideology, that mindset that sex is dirty, I mean, not just being a pastor, there's some men that still believe, there's some people that still believe that sex should be done man on top, missionary style, any other style is a sin.
Yes. It's just the religious mindset.
Just a mindset.
Yeah, and some don't want to learn about sex, you see. So some don't want to learn about sex. They just think I'm a holy man of God. I should be focused on the Bible. You know, the Bible is clear. That's what I'm saying. When people talk about the Bible to do bad things, I always have scripture for them. 1 Corinthians 7 talks about it, that he that is single is only minded about the things of God, how we serve and please the Lord. But say he that is married must be concerned about the things of this world, how he will please his spouse. So you must learn worldly things to please your wife or your husband. So it's there in the Bible. So it's just a mindset. All right. And somebody on Facebook is still saying that the pain thing, you know, and all that. We have a whole YouTube video that will soon be uploaded on the YouTube channel on pain in sex. We have loads of materials. That's why you must subscribe to the YouTube channel. We have loads of stuff that we are going to be uploading. We've recorded them already. So we have a full session, YouTube session on pain in painful sex. And a medical doctor was on set with Vera. I don't know if I can call you Dr. Vera now. A medical doctor was on set with Vera also. So they talked about it. So see, you want to, if you are here and you have not subscribed, as I'm watching you now, go and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Trust me, it's something that will benefit you. Trust me. Even if you are single or married, see, this thing is not about married people alone. It's from now. Even if you are single, it's now you will learn about wholesome sexualities now. So whether you're single or not, please go to our YouTube channel, subscribe, Wholesome Sexuality on YouTube. Go and subscribe, please. Don't just watch the video, subscribe. That way, we can also keep tabs of how many people are getting blessed with these things. It encourages us and helps us. Go and subscribe. And if you are on Facebook, please follow us on Facebook, Wholesome Sexuality. If you're on Instagram, please follow us on Instagram, Wholesome Sexuality. And yes, this video will be uploaded on both Facebook and YouTube and Instagram so that you can watch it later. All right. And she will come again next week or upper week. She will come. She's here really to help. Our doctor consultants too will come from time to time. So we can do a full session that will be on Q&A because there are so many questions. All right. So many questions. Somebody's asking that is oral sex good or not as a Christian. Do you want to talk about that?
So, this thing about oral sex is the fact that some people don't even know the definition of oral.
Mm-hmm.
Oral is sex done with the orifice, your mouth. So, it also comes from the mindset that penetrative sex is the only sex. It's until we've penetrated, that's when we've had sex. So, what I broke this down like this so that people can know that if you are kissing your man, you're already having sex with him. You've used your mouth to kiss his mouth. You are comfortable. You've used your mouth, to write his name all over his body. You've used your tongue on all that. You are okay. So why are we now creating a certain circumference of places you cannot go with the mouth? So if we want to, he has on oral sex in the Bible then. That's one thing I know about the scriptures. If it's not, if it's something God doesn't want us to practice or something He doesn't, there would always be another scripture to counter it, saying that this is null and void or something. There has to be a scripture to counter it. But as it was stated in, I have it written down somewhere. I was saying this when I talked about tastes. For taste, we talked about my being eating from my husband's fruit. Eating from his fruit, and fruit means, where does the fruit come from? It comes from the penis, right? So in the same Bible that says my husband would drink from my cistern, where do I produce liquid from? Where does liquid come out from on my body, right? My vagina. So if the Bible problem with masturbation. They don't have a problem. So, but you pleasuring, for me, oral sex is good. In my opinion, I can give you scriptural backing for it. Oral sex is good. Enjoy it. Yeah. Find ways to enjoy your spouse. Sex should be enjoyed, not endured. Find ways to enjoy your spouse. The beautiful thing about pleasuring your spouse is, as you are pleasuring your spouse, you are getting pleasure. So it's a one-way thing, you're just giving. No, as you're finding ways to pleasure your spouse, you yourself, you are getting pleasure. It's a win-win.
Yeah.
It's a win-win. The only issue I have with oral sex is some people are not comfortable
Yeah.
So more comfortable with it.
Yeah.
So if both of you agree that we are not doing,
yes,
it's okay.
Yes.
But if one person wants it, whether you like it or not, you are obligated to give in.
Yes, or to at least try.
Sir?
Or to at least try.
Or at least try. It doesn't start. You don't just become. Well, you've heard my story. You don't just become an expert.
Yeah.
Nobody was born as experts.
Yeah, that's the point of this whole video.
We train ourselves. We
Yeah.
get better daily. We get better at doing these things, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you do it, I tell people about appraisals. As you are having sex with your spouse, you are asking how far. What did I do today? Did you like what I did? What should I do better? How can I be better? You know, as you have appraisal in the office, you have appraisal in your business. You have some couples have appraisals in the home.
Yeah.
How we are budgeting and all whatnot. But when it comes to the sex bed, no. Nobody wants to talk about it. But people that are talking about, they're saying diseases and gonorrhea and all whatnot. I hear you. But you first start with being clean. The same way you want to have oral sex, then you have to have oral hygiene. You prepare yourself. You clean yourself. I hear men say they want their women to give them oral sex, but they don't want to give the woman while the woman menstruates. Okay, when you are sitting on the toilet seat, all your sex organ is in the toilet seat. So why are we now discriminating in this? The only issue is if you don't want it, don't demand it.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't want it, don't demand it. If you want it and your spouse is not comfortable with, you gradually you will tell your spouse, I like this thing. It will not hurt you. You know, teach your spouse how to pleasure you, and then you grow together. That's the beautiful thing about marrying as virgins.
Yeah.
Growing together.
Yeah.
Both getting exposed together. There's no fluctuating or deviating certificates.
Okay, good. Ujumak, well done. We're seeing your handwork. We're going to officially ordain you as a deacon, truly. So get ready. We'll send the letter to formally ordain you as a deaconess on social media for.
So somebody said, is it wrong for the woman to be on top?
Yes, that's the question.
I want to answer it to the question. What scripture and verse says the man should be on top?
Did even missionary style? Was there any scripture that even talk about missionary style?
That's why I asked, what scripture says that the man should be on top? There's no scripture that says the man should be on top. So there's a movie, Nollywood, or the movie I watched. So the mother-in-law walks into the bedroom and then the wife was on top. We were having sex and the wife was on top of the husband, kissing him and everything. And she said, God forbid, this means you are taking his right. You want to be in charge. You want to rule him. You know when you're on top, you're ruling. You're in charge of... She made some points, but it doesn't mean that it doesn't mean that you are ruling your husband. It doesn't mean that your husband is now subject to you.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't mean that. It doesn't mean that. It's for me, whatever tickles your fancy, whatever helps you enjoy sex.
Yes. God gave a lot of freedom when it comes to sex bed. It's just people that are trying to put their own restrictions and all that. However, we are also not a big fan of anal sex. Look, I know that's a question in many people's mind, and all these things are becoming more rampant these days. We're not just a fan of that one because, yes, that one clearly you are going to be interfacing with diseases face to face. And secondly, that place is an exit, not an entry. So, we are not a fan of that, but still, I'm not the one that will police you on your wedding bed. That's the truth. On one of my videos that would, it's on my own personal page now, Kingsley Okonkwo on YouTube, but we'll soon post it also on Wholesome Sexuality, where I talked about oral sex toys, and other unspeakable things. One of the things, I give the general guidelines to know if a sexual practice is okay or not. So the number one guideline is that it must be bringing two of us closer, not taking us apart. All right. Whatever sexual thing you're doing, is it bringing us close, or is it introducing somebody else that will distract? So when you introduce pornography, what you're doing is that you are dividing your attention. Attention you're supposed to pour on your spouse. You are going to put some on those girls and those guys you are watching on the screen. So it's taking you apart. It's not bringing you close. Same thing with sex toys. Why we are not a fan of sex toys. Now, I cannot police you in your marriage bed. Don't get me wrong. That's not my job. I can't, because God did not police anybody. But I'm just going to give you advice based on what I know of God and our trainings on this job. We are not also big fans of sex toys. Why? Again, it's very simple. Because is it bringing us close, or is it introducing a distraction? By the time you get used to sex toys, most sex toys can be used by one person. Most. So if your husband is not around, you can start to build a relationship, you see, with that toy. So those are the issues. Is it bringing you close, or is it dividing you? So that's one rule. That's first rule I believe is important. Second rule, it must not bring pain or hurt to anybody. So whatever thing you are doing, is it bringing pain or hurt to somebody, like beating, flogging, choking? Is it bringing pain or hurt? I don't believe you should do it. Number three, it must not bring guilt and shame to anybody. So is it demeaning? Is it making somebody feel uncomfortable emotionally? Then it's not good for you. Then number four, it must not be breaking any natural laws of nature. All right? You can't ask somebody to twist in a way that is impossible for human being to twist. You do understand? It can't break any law of nature. So it's part of why I'm not a fan of anal, because you are literally breaking a law of nature. That place is an exit, not an entry. The other holes in your bodies are entries. You know, they are not exits alone, but your anal parts are actually exit alone and not entry. So that is my own reason. But see, your married bed, if two of you agree, you want to slap yourself first before you have sex, please slap away. Give yourself dirty slap before you start. It's your sex bed. I'm not your police. All right. So has this been worth it, guys? Has it been worth it? Has it been worth it? Because there's still plenty gist, but I don't want us to do 3 hours. We've already done almost 2 hours. We've already done almost 2 hours. I don't want us to do 3 hours. We've never scratched the surface of the gist. There's still plenty gist, but we can't stay here all night. All right. We can't stay here all night. So it was this worth it? Please let us know. Did you at least gain something? Did you enjoy it? Should we do more of it? Let us know. Let us know. Let us know. Then don't forget, if you're not following any of our pages, please go follow. If you desire to be a relationship coach, a counselor, we do trainings, all right? We do certification trainings. Please go to my link in bio, go and register immediately, all right? It's a good job path. Marriages, even in Ukraine where they are fighting war, people are getting married. So marriages will never end. So and those people will need help. They will always need counseling and mentoring. So it's a job path that will never change. Especially those of you that want to relocate abroad. You know, most Nigerians, the jobs they do here, they are not transferable abroad. If you get abroad, they're going to go and start selling something Walmart, because your skills here are not transferable. Even if you're a banker, most times you can't even take it outside and do anything banking. You're right. So, but when you're a certified counselor, trust me, they have marriage problems everywhere. A lot of my clients are from United States, Canada, and UK. So it's transferable skill. So there are many reasons why relationship coaching and counseling is a good career path. All right. There are many reasons why it's a good career path for you. All right. If you are passionate about it, you are interested in. That's how I started. That's how even Vera started. She was just passionate about it, and we started working. So if people are already asking for relationship advice and all that, just become trained. Reach out to us. Reach any of these numbers. We can register you. We'll start to train you if you desire to be a relationship coach or a marriage counselor. All right. Many people don't have transferable skills. Once you relocate, you are jobless. You first start to go and sweep somewhere. It doesn't have to be so. It doesn't have to. So you can train yourself now to have transferable skills. Marriage coaching is in demand worldwide. Trust me, it's in demand worldwide. So please, let's start. Let's take advantage of that. Please subscribe to our YouTube channels: Wholesome Sexuality, Kingsley Okonkwo, Mildred Okonkwo, LDN with PK. Those are all YouTube channels. Please subscribe. Different materials are being posted there weekly. It's something you would enjoy. Follow us, Wholesome Sexuality, on Instagram, on Facebook. That's our WhatsApp number. So thank you guys for joining. Vera, any last words before you go?
Okay. For the singles, while you wait patiently, because the rice we are cooking, it will done one day. It will done, and it's sweeter when it's well cooked, right? For the married ones, sex should be enjoyed, not endured. If you've been enduring sex, please reach out.
Yes.
Please reach out. We're here to help you. We're here to help you. If you've been enduring it, reach out. If you might have been enjoying it and think that there's more to it, that's why we are here, to give you wholesome content, to give you what's both scriptural and scientific, let you know that this thing should be done this way and can be done this way. So please reach out. We're here for you.
Thank you, Dr. Vera. Thank you, guys. I'm prophesying to your life. Thank you, guys. We'll be here again next week. We'll do our IG lives every Saturday, 8 p.m. So we'll be here again next week, Saturday, 8 p.m. So please tell somebody. This will be posted so you can watch it later if you want to. Thank you. Remember, send us a WhatsApp message. Let's have your details so that we will get our messages. It's important. When there's something coming up, you would know. All right. And we'll soon be doing Zoom sessions for newlyweds, Zoom sessions for people that are dealing with abuse, because sexual abuse as a child can affect your sexual experience in marriage. So look, just follow us. That's the only way. All the things happening, you'll be hearing. I can't tell you everything today. Subscribe to the YouTube too, particularly, okay? Thank you, everybody, for coming out tonight. Thank you. God bless you. God bless you. Thank you, guys, for coming out tonight. All right. So see you. Go follow Wholesome Sexuality, everybody. Go follow Wholesome Sexuality. Very important. We are still doing free counseling for now. Take advantage of it, because it's not going to be free forever. All right, Vera. God bless you.
Amen, sir. Right. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. Well done. You can exit now, so that I can save this video. You look for the X. Look for the X. You will see an X on the Instagram at least.
Okay. Yes.
All right, guys, go and follow Wholesome Sexuality and send a message, WhatsApp message. Don't call, just send messages, WhatsApp messages, so that we would get your details. We'll be sending you stuff and updating you, and you can book for the free sessions also. All right, thank you. Okay, let me see how I can save this video. God bless you guys. Thank you for coming. Thank you, guys, on StreamYard. God bless you. Thank you. Please follow on Facebook. Follow Wholesome Sexuality on Facebook, please. And on YouTube, subscribe, Wholesome Sexuality. Please subscribe. All right? Thank you. I'm still, I feel. This people have gone to sleep. Okay, let me just end. It's hard to save. Thank you, guys. God bless you. I want to thank you, guys. Thank you. Just hold on. So I'm just supposed to end it here.
Broadcasting. It's supposed to stay to see.